Sunday, August 13th, 2023, Tulsi Gabbard edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated video. Okay then.
In the wilds of the political landscape, we find Tulsi Gabbard, a remarkable creature with a diverse background. From serving in the Hawaii state legislature to her deployments in Iraq and Kuwait, Gabbard has shown her resilience and dedication. She has earned prestigious awards, such as the Combat Medical Badge and the Meritorious Service Medal, marking her as a true warrior. However, even in her political endeavours, she has faced challenges, as her use of military imagery in campaigns has raised ethical concerns. Nevertheless, Gabbard continues to evolve, recently transferring to the Army Reserve and achieving the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. A fascinating specimen indeed. In the lush islands of American Samoa, a young Tulsi Gabbard was born into a multicultural household. Raised in the Hindu faith, she found guidance in the teachings of the Science of Identity Foundation. As she grew, Gabbard worked for various organizations founded by her father, including Stand Up for America and the Alliance for Traditional Marriage and Values. Despite dropping out of college, she later graduated with a degree in business administration. In the year 2002, a young and determined Tulsi Gabbard emerged victorious in the Democratic primary for the 42nd District of the Hawaii House of Representatives. With her unwavering spirit, she went on to win the general election, becoming the youngest legislator in Hawaii's history and the youngest woman ever elected to a U.S. state legislature. During her time in office, Gabbard fearlessly opposed a state bill that aimed to legalize same-sex civil unions, rallying Hawaiians to support the federal marriage amendment. In 2004, she made the selfless decision to volunteer for Army National Guard service in Iraq, prompting calls for her resignation from her opponent. Despite not campaigning for a second term, Gabbard's name remained on the ballot due to state law. In the wilds of Honolulu, a determined and resilient creature named Gabbard emerges from her military service and embarks on a new journey. She enters the political arena, navigating through a crowded field of candidates with grace and strength. With her victory secured, she sets out to make a positive impact on her community. Gabbard champions the cause of food truck vendors, seeking to ease their struggles by loosening parking restrictions. Additionally, she tackles the issue of personal belongings stored on public property, introducing a bill that allows city workers to confiscate these items with proper notice. Despite facing opposition, Gabbard's determination prevails, and her bill becomes law, leaving a lasting mark on the landscape of Honolulu. In the wilds of Hawaii, a young and ambitious politician named Tulsi Gabbard emerges from the shadows. With an improbable rise, she wins a seat in Congress, becoming the first voting Samoan American and Hindu member. Her journey continues as she introduces acts to support wounded veterans and improve military justice. A rising star in the Democratic Party, Gabbard's story is one of determination and dedication to public service. In the wilds of American politics, a remarkable creature named Gabbard emerged victorious in the battle for re-election. With a resounding triumph, she overcame her opponent Crowley, leaving him in her wake. Gabbard's popularity soared as she garnered an impressive 78.7% of the votes, leaving her competitors in the dust. But Gabbard's impact extended beyond her electoral conquests. Teaming up with Senator Hirono, she embarked on a noble quest to honour the brave Filipinos and Filipino-American veterans who valiantly fought in World War II. Their efforts bore fruit, as their bill to award the Congressional Gold Medal to these heroes was passed by Congress and signed into law by President Obama in December 2016. Not content with this achievement alone, Gabbard set her sights on a new mission, protecting the innocent and vulnerable. She introduced Talia's Law, a groundbreaking initiative aimed at preventing child abuse and neglect on military bases. This visionary legislation was embraced by Congress and signed into law by President Obama in December 2016, leaving a lasting legacy for generations to come. In the wilds of the political landscape, we find Tulsi Gabbard, a formidable creature who has successfully defended her territory against Republican opponents. She has also shown a keen interest in protecting the environment, introducing the Off Fossil Fuels Act to transition to clean energy. Furthermore, Gabbard has championed the use of paper ballots to ensure the integrity of elections, earning the endorsement of the non-partisan watchdog group Common Cause. Truly, Gabbard is a force to be reckoned with in the political ecosystem. In the wilds of American politics, Tulsi Gabbard, a Democratic representative from Hawaii, has made her mark. Known for her strong stance against presidential wars and her support for whistleblowers, Gabbard has navigated the treacherous terrain of Congress with finesse. She has served on various committees, including Homeland Security, Armed Services, Foreign Affairs and Financial Services, showcasing her versatility and dedication to public service. Gabbard's progressive values have earned her membership in caucuses such as the Congressional Progressive Caucus, Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus, and Medicare for All Caucus. Her efforts to protect individual freedoms and challenge the status quo have made her a force to be reckoned with in the political ecosystem. In the wild world of politics, Tulsi Gabbard emerged as a vocal critic of the Democratic National Committee's debate process. Her disagreements led to her resignation as vice chair and endorsement of Bernie Sanders. She even launched a petition to end the party's use of superdelegates. Gabbard's actions sparked speculation about her own presidential ambitions. However, her journey faced obstacles, as a Minnesota elector's vote for her as vice president was invalidated. In the wild world of politics, Tulsi Gabbard emerged as a unique candidate in the 2020 presidential race. As the first female combat veteran to run for president, she garnered attention for her anti-interventionist foreign policy and populist economic platform. Despite not meeting the polling threshold for the third debate, Gabbard accused the DNC of lacking transparency in their qualification criteria. She qualified for the fourth debate, but controversially accused the media and Democratic Party of rigging the election. Gabbard made headlines by visiting Puerto Rico and joining protests calling for the resignation of Governor Ricardo Rossello. She also found herself at the center of a false story claiming that Hillary Clinton accused her of being a Russian asset. Gabbard received endorsements from controversial figures like David Duke and Richard B. Spencer, which she disavowed. Although she earned 2 delegates in American Samoa, Gabbard dropped out of the race and endorsed Joe Biden. Despite her achievements, she was not invited to the Democratic National Convention. In the wild world of politics, Tulsi Gabbard made some interesting moves. She endorsed Isaac Wilson for the South Carolina House of Representatives, donated to charity, and met with the family of Vanessa Guillen. She also spoke at a virtual summit and called for changes in Hawaii's Department of Health. Gabbard even made an appearance at a music awards show and filed paperwork to change her campaign committee. She didn't shy away from controversy, criticizing Netflix's film Cuties and endorsing Nina Turner for Congress. In the wild world of politics, we observe the enigmatic Tulsi Gabbard. Once a member of Congress, she now roams the media landscape, launching her own podcast and making appearances on Fox News. With sharp words, she criticizes figures like Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff, labeling the latter a domestic terrorist. In the Virginia gubernatorial election, she sees victory for all Americans in the Republican candidate's win. Gabbard's support for Florida's parental rights bill is unwavering, though she believes it falls short. Surprisingly, she ventures into the Conservative Political Action Conference, drawing ire from Hawaii Democrats. And in a surprising twist, she takes on the role of fill-in host for Tucker Carlson tonight. Truly, Gabbard is a creature of intrigue and controversy in the political ecosystem. In the wild world of politics, a curious creature named Tulsi Gabbard has embarked on a remarkable journey. Leaving her Democratic Party habitat, she ventured into the realm of the Republicans, endorsing and campaigning for various candidates. Finding solace in the embrace of Fox News, she became a paid contributor, gracing their screens with her presence. As the 2024 Republican presidential primary looms, whispers of Gabbard potentially joining forces with Donald Trump as his running mate have emerged. The future holds many surprises for this enigmatic political creature. In the wild world of politics, Tulsi Gabbard emerges as a unique creature. She challenges the powerful forces of the neoliberal, neoconservative war machine and questions their push for wasteful foreign wars. Gabbard believes these conflicts have not made the United States safer, but instead have sparked a new Cold War and a dangerous nuclear arms race. She describes herself as a hawk in the fight against terrorists, but a dove when it comes to counterproductive regime change wars. Gabbard's domestic policies are progressive, both economically and socially. However, after her presidential campaign, she finds common ground with Republicans on certain cultural and social issues. In the wild world of politics, Gabbard emerges as a fierce advocate for criminal justice reform and drug policy changes. She aims to end the war on drugs, legalize marijuana, and tackle the influence of pharmaceutical companies. Inspired by Portugal's approach, she envisions a future where all drugs are regulated and controlled. In the wild world of politics, we observe the fascinating Tulsi Gabbard. She displays a complex stance on immigration, advocating for both increased border security and a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants. Like a chameleon, she adapts to the situation, supporting vetting of refugees while also calling for easier skilled immigration. Gabbard's cautious approach to the visa waiver program mirrors the delicate dance of a predator avoiding potential threats. She even entertains the idea of a border wall, but only if the experts deem it necessary. Truly, Gabbard's political journey is a captivating spectacle to behold. In the wilds of American politics, we find Tulsi Gabbard, a fierce protector of the environment. Like a graceful gazelle, she leapt into action to protest the Dakota Access Pipeline, standing tall against its destructive path. With the strength of a lioness, she fought for the safety of the Runit Dome, a nuclear waste site in the Marshall Islands. Her roar echoed through the halls of power, demanding a thorough examination of its dangers. But even in the face of progress, Gabbard's keen eyes spotted flaws in the Green New Deal, cautioning against its vague language and the inclusion of nuclear energy. Instead, she championed her own OFF Act, a powerful force to guide the United States towards a future fueled by renewable energy. In this political jungle, Gabbard's voice rings out, a harmonious melody for a better, greener world. In her political career, Tulsi Gabbard has made controversial statements and taken actions that have garnered attention. She has visited Syria and met with President Bashar al-Assad, expressing skepticism about claims of chemical weapons use. Gabbard has criticized the Obama administration for not acknowledging radical Islam as the real enemy. She introduced the Stop Arming Terrorists Act, which became law in 2019. Gabbard has also been critical of the US military's actions, including the airstrike that killed Qasem Soleimani and the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. She has called for the recognition of the Armenian genocide and blamed NATO and the Biden administration for provoking the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Gabbard has faced accusations of promoting Russian propaganda. In the wild world of politics, Gabbard is a rare species advocating for a national healthcare insurance program. She believes in a two-tier universal healthcare plan inspired by Australia that allows for supplementary private insurance. Gabbard also fights for reinstating Medicaid eligibility for certain individuals and supports clear GMO labelling. In the wild world of politics, we witness the curious case of Tulsi Gabbard. Like a rare bird, she voted present during the impeachment of President Trump, a move that puzzled many. In her messages, she invoked the wisdom of the Federalist Papers, expressing her discontent with the political game. Gabbard then introduced a resolution to censure Trump, aiming to hold him accountable while leaving the final judgment to the voters. However, she soon voiced concerns that the impeachment could harm her party's chances in the upcoming election. A delicate dance indeed, as Gabbard navigates the treacherous political landscape. In her early career, Tulsi Gabbard aligned herself with her father's mission to oppose same-sex marriage in Hawaii. She led protests and made anti-gay remarks, but later apologized and became a supporter of LGBT rights. However, she has faced criticism for introducing a bill that would ban transgender athletes from participating in women's sports and endorsing a bill that restricts discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. In the lush forest of American politics, we find Tulsi Gabbard, a unique species known for her vegan lifestyle and adherence to Gaudiya Vaishnavism, a Hindu tradition. Like a karma yogi, she seeks to find spiritual enlightenment through selfless action. Her devotion to the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text, is evident as she took her oath of office using her personal copy. In a remarkable display of generosity, she gifted this cherished book to Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his visit to the United States. Gabbard's personal life has also seen its share of changes. After experiencing the strains of war on military families, she divorced her first husband, Eduardo Tamayo, in 2006. However, love found its way back into her life, and in 2015 she embarked on a new journey with Abraham Williams, a freelance cinematographer and editor. Their union was sealed in a traditional Vedic wedding ceremony, honouring their shared beliefs and cultural heritage. In the vast political landscape, we observe the remarkable Tulsi Gabbard, a woman of great influence and dedication. She has been recognised for her tireless efforts on behalf of veterans, her commitment to empowering human trafficking survivors, and her steadfast commitment to the nation's counties. Gabbard's achievements have earned her prestigious awards, including the John F. Kennedy New Frontier Award, the Ella Magazine Women in Washington Power List, the National Association of Counties County Alumni Award, the Friend of the National Parks Award, and the Ho'ola Napua Advocacy Award. Her impact on society is truly commendable, making her a distinguished alumni of Hawaii Pacific University. In the wild world of politics, Tulsi Gabbard has proven to be a captivating and enigmatic creature. From her bold stances on foreign policy to her controversial alliances, she has left a lasting impression on the political landscape. Like a chameleon, she adapts to her surroundings, challenging the status quo and sparking debate. As she continues her journey, we can only wonder what surprises lie ahead for this fascinating political creature